being a late bloomer, great topic for me because I totally identify as a late bloomer in life. I was thinking about it, I was like, I think I'm about 10 years behind. So late, but not too late. So not a non-bloomer, but a late bloomer. That's how I consider myself. What does it even mean to bloom? I mean, I think the real blooming is probably more of like a spiritual event. But for this, I'm talking about just the worldly blooming. Okay, that just means hitting certain milestones in your life. And these milestones, most of the time, they're not even set by us. They're set by, like, you know, wherever the heck we live, society, I don't know. You know, and they could be get educated, get married, have kids, buy a house, move to the country, whatever, get independent, get out of debt, all these things. So, if you do them kind of late, you could be considered a late bloomer. But why are some people late bloomers and some are early bloomers? They seem to have it so freaking together. I felt so long, even now still a little bit, like, oh my God, who are these people who at, 21 have their life so together, figuring it out, they just like seem to know what they're doing. Like, meanwhile I'm like, I feel like a freaking child the entire time. I'm like, graduated from college, I'm a child completely. I'm like, what the heck am I supposed to do? What am I doing here? Like, what now? And of course, that's when it hits, I guess, like a lot of people. They're done with school, you're done with high school or whatever, you're done with college, wherever the heck you end school. Then what happens? Huge transition, like moving out of your parents' house. Oh my God, that's like the biggest one, I guess. Or the first one. Like, are you gonna do that? Or do you stay at your parents' house? Which is what I did. Graduated from college, go back to live in my mom's freaking attic. That's what I did for a year. And worked at a tea shop and a car auction. That's what I was doing after college, after getting my degree. I was like, oh my God, just thinking back on it, I was like, what a lost person. With so little, I'm so unequipped for the actual world. That's like a great way to put it. I felt completely unequipped, not ready. Like, I'm supposed to do stuff now? Like, I do not feel ready. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what to do. So yeah, more specifically, I mean, these terms, some of these terms like agency, self-direction, and ability to, resilience through trials and tribulations, failures. Can you recover from these? How scared I was, incredibly afraid of any kind of failure or like rejection. So that's terrible. If you're going to look for a job, that's not going to work because you're going to get rejected. You're going to fail. It's numerous times. And then you're going to have to do it again. And that's how like that's how it goes. So for me, but first of all, most importantly, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Okay, my self-direction. I had some things that I liked or that I was good at, but I had a college degree in something that I actively did not want to pursue. That is a huge issue. Because if you do have one, then at least you can go that route. You can go to some employer and say, look, I have this degree. Look, I want to do this, la la la. Okay, great. What if you discovered in college kind of what you were interested in? Like in my case, more like film, music territory rather than math and science, which I have a degree in, that I was completely uninterested in, actually, it turns out. And you get the wrong degree. Oh my God, what do you, do then? It takes even more skill to, navigate, to try to find something that incorporates that, maybe, and also your actual interests. That does exist. I could have done that, but did I know how to do that? No. Did I have any sense of that was even a possibility? Really? A real one? No. Was I way overwhelmed at the prospect of trying to find that and apply for jobs and failing possibly and having to try again? Yeah, I was completely overwhelmed. Zero ability to do any of that. None. Which dovetails with agency a little bit. My sense of agency was zero. I didn't think in the real world that I could make any of these things happen. That's what agency means, right? You feel like you are an agent, that you have the ability to go change things, to make things happen in your life, to do stuff, to have an impact. Mine was yay big. And at the same time, I thought I was really amazing. I thought that I should just have stuff handed to me, entitled. I mean, oh my God. This is a crazy mix, very ineffective life mix. And you can really end up just, not being able to do anything, not being able to go out in the world. And that's basically where I was. I mean, what happened? Some wild luck. I mean, the world also gives it to you. You can take it away, and it also gives it to you. And for me, that was in the form of a relationship. Because one thing I was incredibly good at was committing to a relationship. Very good at that. I was taught that as a child, okay? Very good, and that's what I did. Not that I got that relationship through any agency of mine. I said in another video that happened because of her, not because of me, that turned into a relationship. Okay? I didn't make that happen either. That came to me. And if it hadn't, I'd probably still be in my mom's attic. Okay? Because then I followed this person to the big city and learned a lot, grew up a lot in that environment. Met people, got educated in something that I was more interested in. Blah, blah, blah. That's what helped get me out. But there's sometimes there's these linchpin moments in life where if they go one way, your whole life goes this way. And if they go another way, that was it right there. I mean, I had the ability to commit to stuff. And I later got the ability to say yes to other things, career-wise and everything else-wise. But man, it was stacked. It was a little bit stacked against me to get anything that I wanted in life. Could have so easily gone the other way. So why? Why didn't I have a feeling of agency, or why didn't I have any self-direction, or why didn't I feel like I could operate in the world? Yeah, this is just straight up from how I was raised. I mean, that's what this comes to. And being a dad now, being a parent, I see how this gets transmitted over and over, every day, all the time, to your kids. Teaching them constantly whether they should have agency and impact their lives, what their responsibilities are, do they have any, and what the hell they're doing stuff for. Are they doing it for me because they want to impress me and get me to do stuff, or are they doing it for themselves, to benefit themselves? Do they see the benefits of going to school for themselves, the benefits of learning for themselves, not to get grades for their parent? Which is how I was raised. Okay, that's what came out of my childhood. You get A's because that makes your parent happy, and then you get stuff. Or then she's not mad. Or then various other things don't happen that you don't want to happen, okay? What is the motivation? Why are you doing stuff? It's so basic. If you're doing stuff for the wrong reason, if you learn to do stuff for the wrong reason, then later in life you're going to be doing stuff for the wrong reason, and you're screwed. You have to unlearn that. You have to find the right reason. And judging things like not figuring out what I actually wanted to do, but like what was impressive to my parent. When I was a little kid, I was like, I want to be a surgeon. Why? Not because I wanted to be a surgeon, not because I liked it, not because I liked that idea, but because that was a hoity-toity job that would have impressed my freaking parent. That's the wrong reason, man. So when you get out of college with the wrong freaking degree and you have no idea what you want to do, trace it back to that. Now, where's your surgeon idea? Are you going to jump and be a surgeon? No. You know what I'm saying? This is so brutal, the way that this comes about. Agency is a whole nother thing. I didn't think that I had power over a lot of situations when I was growing up, and that I could control my life in a productive way. I knew how to escape. I knew, like, disconnection, escape behavior. I learned that. You know what I mean? So I mean, this is just like a beginning. I mean, why people are late bloomers or non-bloomers at all? You know, not getting out of this is just as easy as, you know, not getting out of it is easier, I guess. But I was, like, lucky enough to have at least this path. I'm not saying I'm in full bloom or anything, but this is so complicated. I mean, obviously, yeah, it's just a beginning, just a touching upon some of these topics that I'm sure will come up again. I don't know if you relate to any of this. I know there's lots of late bloomers out there, and also people living in their parents' attics and basements. Yeah. In any case, sending you good wishes, good vibes. Have a great day, bye.